Hello, it's me, Denji, from the titular manga, The Chainsaw Man.
Hooray!
Yes, The Chainsaw Man. I fooled you. It's actually me. I did not sell my right eye, but I did almost have one testicle. Funny story. We're not here for that story, we're here for this story. So I would like to tell the truth and say that I've been working on this video for a while, but the truth is that I've been planning to set up this video for a while, and I managed not to do it over the course of a long time and make it an extremely high production video. That's besides the point, because I had a different plan in mind altogether. I talked to myself, I was like, well, how do I summarize all of Chainsaw Man from the first book all the way to the 12th and potentially 13th volume that's still being written right now in Japan, coming out in Japan as we speak, without giving away too much so that this video just kind of becomes a point of reference for people to just be like, oh, you know, I watched it, I read it, whatever. And I didn't want to give too much away for people who just want to stick to the anime or just give too many details away. But I was like, man, somebody who really wants to get into Chainsaw Man but doesn't want to wait until the second season could probably use this video as some sort of head start to actually read the full-on manga. What do I do? Obviously, I'm going to get into spoilers, but obviously I don't want to just give everything away. That would be too much of a production for a video that I am not doing. Maybe someday. But I actually figured, well, why don't I just pretty much go through the whole wiki of what the summary is, but just go a little bit more in depth, kind of highlight some things from the manga that I thought were pretty cool outside of what the summary already has to offer. And to top it all off, not only will I summarize the manga, not only will I talk about the differences between the anime season 1 and the manga, I'm also going to give my thoughts on the anime, and we're going to talk about the potential future of what the anime is going to turn into, because there are some rumors, including a movie. Enough talk. I'm dressing up as Denji. Here we go. Also ignore the mess that is my room. I've had a lot of things going on, mixed with depression. Ugh. I'm taking my phone for this one so that I can actually read the script that I've prepared. Alright, Chainsaw Man is in a world where devils and humans coexist in harmony. But not really. Devils can die in the real world, go to hell, and when they die in hell, they come back in the real world, and shit just be happening. And our main character, Denji, is 16-year-old who's working for the Yakuza just because, hey, that's how the cards were dealt to him. His dad killed himself, and he had to either sell his body or get killed and sold off. And so, you know, as a young boy, you start to kind of question, is this the end? Hold up, because a chainsaw devil dog that's super adorable named Pochita comes towards Denji and is essentially like, damn, I'm dying, dude. Denji, being the smart kid that he is, he's like, well, I'm a little scared, but what if I feed you my blood? Oh, this is a contract. You use my blood, you gotta help me out a little bit. So Denji and Pochita kind of join together and become man's best friend and man who is also a child. And they start devil hunting for the Yakuza because they can actually sell those devil body parts and stuff to the Yakuza, which can then turn sell it to the black market. So there's some sort of use for the boy after all. They don't really want to kill him. Years later, they won't even let him sleep. They won't let him do anything because they just want him to work and kill devils to pay off his debt. He sold his right eye. He sold his testicle. He did a lot. He cuts down trees as a side hustle to make more money. But one day, the Yakuza betray Denji because they're like, well, fuck you, we made a contract with the zombie devil and we are much more powerful now, but they're also zombies now because they're stupid, and the zombie devil was like, haha, gotcha. So the zombie devil taking more hosts and seeing Denji dying is kind of like, fucking kill him. And so they do. They chop him into a bunch of little bitty pieces. Throw him in a dumpster with Pochita, but the blood gets absorbed into Pochita's mouth. He starts drinking it. And this is where a new contract is made. See, over the years, Pochita has loved seeing Denji grow and have dreams of wanting to eat bread with jam, have a girlfriend, live a simple life. And so Pochita's like, I'll resurrect you so long as you give me your dream. You live the life you want to do, you be happy, I will bring you back to life. Pochita then in turns is inside of Denji and replaces his heart, but this has also caused something completely different now, because Denji is now a hybrid. Half man, half devil, boom, the Chainsaw Man. It really does start that quickly in the manga too. Like, we're not even done with the first book. Hell, I'm pretty sure we're still in the first chapter, as far as I'm concerned, so. Because in the anime, all this happens in episode 1, and in the manga, all of Volume 1. I'm pretty sure this is just straight up the beginning. Anyways, Denji transforms into the Chainsaw Man for the first time and is like, you pieces of shit. My jacket and zipper are making noises. You pieces of shit, I'm gonna fuck you up. And he does. He massacres the entire zombie horde single-handedly. He's very tired, though. In the morning, public safety members come and they rescue Denji, one of those people being Makima. That fucking bitch. She's basically like, well, I can kill you like a devil now, or I could take you in and you could work for me. And Denji's like, well, what does that entail? And Makima's like, oh, you know, salads, bread, jam, etc. And Denji's like, sold, I'm in. And I just want you to know that Chainsaw Man is split into two parts. There's the first part called Public Safety, and the second one called the School Arc. And that's essentially what's being written right now in Japan. Meanwhile, the Public Safety Arc is actually everything that's been done since, I believe, 2018. Tangent, I'm getting aside from myself. Denji's like, Makima, you're hot. Can we work together? She assigns him with Aki Hayakawa, who is basically like, quit, or I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. After beating the shit out of him, of course. Denji kicks him in the fucking testicles, and he's like, I don't want to quit because my life is a lot better now and I've been treated like a human for once. The two of them have to work together even more. Aki is like, whose side are you really on? Are you devil, human? Denji's like, whoever treats me nicely, and that essentially causes a little bit of conflict that we'll get over a little bit. Makima also brings power into Aki and Denji's life, and this forms the trio that we know as the big three. Aki, Denji, Power. Now I will mention that Power pretty much tricked Denji the first time they really met and did something, because she wanted to sacrifice him to the Bat Devil so that she could get her cat back, because the cat, Meowie, is the only living being that she actually felt some sort of emotional connection to, which won't be the last. However, betrayed by the Bat Devil, Power's like, damn, I understand what you feel like, Denji. Gets swallowed by the Bat Devil. Denji's like, what the fuck? Saves Power, saves the cat, gets to touch some boobs. And that's pretty much what we've seen in the anime, so I'm not really covering any new ground if you've watched it, but I am summarizing it because it's still important. We actually get to meet more members like Himeno, Kobani, Arai, and they make up what is called Division 4, Himeno being Aki's senpai. I'm not going to use that word. I know it's proper, but I'm not going to use that word. Himeno's essentially Aki's, like, mentor. I don't want to say leader, but definitely partner. And you learn two things very quickly in the beginning of these couple chapters between volumes 1 and 2. That being that the more feared a name is, the stronger its devil is. Car is scarier than coffee, so Car Devil stronger than Coffee Devil. The other thing is that practically everybody in public safety, who usually works in a division, has a contract with some sort of devil. It's the only real way to survive these encounters. Aki has the Fox Devil, Himeno has the Ghost Devil, and then everybody else's is kind of like mixed up in whatnot. Some of them are secrets like Kobani's, which we never actually really know. And I'm not forgetting that people like Power are fiends. So they were dead bodies that were taken over by devils. And so they're not exactly devils, but they're not exactly humans. They're just stronger than humans, weaker than devils, and can be revived by drinking blood. Denji is similar to this, but he's a hybrid, not a fiend. It gets a little confusing. Fiends have notable, features on their heads. Denji does not. So Division 4 does a battle with the Eternity Devil in a hotel, looking for pieces of the Gun Devil, which is the whole reason that this public safety arc is happening in the first place. Because this terrorist attack that happened in America in the 90s unleashed havoc, killed Aki's family, and that's why he wants revenge. Everything's up in shit and you can't find the Gun Devil, but it always leaves behind traces of itself, which are usually like bullets. And they can find other pieces of the Gun Devil, so it takes them to this hotel where the Eternity Devil is, and they fight it. Denji's like, well, I'm gonna make it want to kill itself, and it works. They all have a great little time drinking and trying to figure out everybody's contract and all this stuff. And then everybody gets super drunk. Himeno gets extremely drunk, pukes in Denji's mouth. It's a very cool, very awesome, amazing scene. And then Himeno tries to sleep with Denji, which is a no-no. They do not sleep together, and then Himeno's also like, damn, you're a minor, that shit's kind of whack. My bad. Can you actually set me up with Aki? I'll set you up with Makima, because I love Aki. I always have. Everybody's chilling, enjoying their job, and then boom, there is another terrorist attack, an attempted murder on all of Division 4. In fact, most of the divisions, actually. They kill Makima, they kill her accomplice, they shoot pretty much everybody like Denji and Himeno and everybody. And this one asshole who is one of the relatives of the Yakuza member that was in charge of Denji. Yeah, that asshole's a part of this terrorist attack, and he's also Katana Man. So Himeno fucking loses her life trying to save Aki from Katana Man, because Aki just spent years of his life with his cursed devil, which I know doesn't make a lot of sense from how I'm explaining it right now, but at the same time, I'm kind of skimming over what the anime has already given us. And I'm trying to still not say too much, because if you're interested, this is the bare basics. Go read it for yourself or go watch it for yourself. I'm just supposed to give you some sort of interest. I highly recommend it. It's literally one of the best series I've ever read. But yeah, Katana Man dies and then comes back because of this girl named Akane. As of right now, she's known as the Snake Devil Girl, but she does have a name. And the two are in cahoots and they were part of organizing everything, and oh man, Makima's not dead. Makima, in fact, has her own secrets. Meanwhile, Denji tries to fight the Katana Man, fails, but Makima's blowing up all the henchmen, so everybody's all scared. And Kobani is no longer super anxious. She, watch this. Yeah, Kobani's fucking badass, and we still don't know what her devil is. There's a running theory that it's the cat devil because of her, 9 relatives, so 9 cat lives, and then also she's super anxious and skittish like a scaredy cat, but extremely agile and fierce and dangerous like one when the time comes, so that's the running theory. Basically, this assault was foreseen by Makima in some ways, but it's never really explained as of right now, because we'll get into it later in this part 1. Fucking hate that bitch. Pretty much everyone's dead, so they start to merge some of the divisions together, and Makima gets Denji and power trained by Kishibe, who's the best devil hunter in the world. Not the first, but the best. And he's a drunk badass. I fucking love Kishibe. Who doesn't? But he trains them, and then also introduces some more new team members. Beam, the best boy. Everybody loves Beam. Violence. I love violence. Everybody loves violence. Angel. Everybody's favorite. Everybody loves Angel, okay? And then, the Spider Devil. She's hot. Whatever. Meanwhile, Aki made a contract with the Future Devil because he needed something else. The Fox contract just wasn't doing that anymore. And the Future Devil's like, damn, you have an extremely horrible death. Let me live in your right eye because I want to see it. So all of Division 4 goes to fight the Katana Man. There's a super cool battle. Aki is almost killed by the Ghost Devil that Himeno had that was captured by Akane, but no, he doesn't die. And Denji actually learned a thing or two from Kishibe because he beats the fuck out of Katana Man. They capture him and kick him in the balls. Hooray! That practically sums up what I'm going to call Season 1. Oh, well, we just finished that part. Oh my god, I am Denji in public safety now. I'm no longer homeless Denji and whatnot. I really hope my hand is not clipping through the TV. Yeah, it's all a digital trick, everybody. My neck is really fucking fat. So anyways, we're about to get into some major spoiler territory. I'm going to summarize this as least spoilery as possible. Be warned though, because as much as I just want to give people a taste of what to expect from the manga as a whole, I'm not going to go into some crazy details. I will still note some cool aspects here and there, but I really want everybody to kind of read this and get really into it, because it's going to get very interesting. It's going to get very intricate as the anime I can't speak. Things are going to hit the fan. Shit, specifically. And this is the part where Denji begins a romance with a girl named Reze, who is actually a Soviet spy. Also, she's the bomb devil. Yeah, I'm not even going smooth into it. She is also a hybrid, just like Denji. And just like the Katana Man. And a little fun fact, hybrids can't actually die. They're essentially immortal. Fiends can die though, and so can humans. Devils, as we know, just reincarnate. If you die on Earth, you die in hell, you go back between the two. But you see, the thing is that even though Reze is after Denji's heart, Pochita, as is everybody else, she genuinely does catch feelings for him, and they both do genuinely care about each other. But the thing is, it's difficult. Reze wants to run away, Denji's hesitant, and then stuff starts happening. Typhoon Devil, and also Beam as a giant fucking shark that Denji rides during battle. It just gets crazy. As much as Reze wanted to run away and leads into all of this They do eventually have a little bit of a bigger fight, and Denji's kind of like, well, you can't ignite anything if you're underwater, now can you? They do fight, but then Denji does actually say, hey, I want to run away with you, I want to fall in love. And Reze's like, really? After all this? Really? And it's a very sad and emotional thing. Denji's kind of like, I'm going to see you at the cafe, please, let's run away together. And Reze almost leaves, but then she does go back. But the thing is, as she's walking to the cafe, Makima captures her and uses her. So to Denji, it's almost like she did leave him for good, even though he has no idea that she was coming back to run away with him. And Makima, the bitch that she is going to use her, unfortunately. And I summed that one up pretty quickly. That's what I'm going to call the Bomb Devil arc, and here's where one of the theories comes in. So, from what I've heard, it's that we get Season 1. Season 2 is not going to be the Bomb Devil arc. In fact, the Bomb Devil arc might be a solo standalone movie, which will get released in theaters, and then be the predecessor to Season 2 while they make Season 2. So, that's what I've heard through the grapevine. It's definitely a rumor. I'm not 100% sure, but I hope that's the case, because I feel like the Bomb Devil arc could not only be so beautifully animated into a movie, but it just fits the pacing just a little bit better. And so we can go from Season 1 to the movie to Season 2, which could essentially be pretty much the rest of the first part. And now we get into some of the Lovecraftian, creepy, scary stuff that is the Hell arc. Or the Santa Claus arc, if you want to call it that. Or the Doll Devil arc, if you want to call it that, too. But let's just say that Denji is being targeted by assassins now, and Quan Chi, one of Kishibe's old associates, in fact, the first Devil Hunter, is after him now. Just a little mention, Kishibe used to be in love with Quan Chi, and most likely still is. And it's a very unfortunate scenario, too, because Quan Chi is gay. And she realizes this while working with Kishibe throughout their journey together as devil hunters back in the old days. So there's some tension. Anyways, Makima's got an enemy called Santa Claus. They're also hunting Denji. 3 American brothers are also hunting Denji. And a Russian woman mentoring a pupil is also hunting Denji. Unfortunately, the kid can't catch a break. All he wants to do is eat some fucking toast and get laid. I can't help him. I don't think any of us can help him. It's gonna get a lot worse. But this is also where Hirofumi Yoshida comes in, and let me tell you, he's the GOAT. He's in part 2 as well. You just gotta love Yoshida. He's a private sector devil hunter, and he kind of has some semblances of the younger Kishibe too. Like, kind of reminds him a little bit. He definitely kind of looks the part too, so it's like, oh, what's going on here? The brothers, they're dealt with. Quan Chi, she's like, I'm gonna spend some time with my lesbian lovers. Because she has a whole harem of just lesbian lovers. I think my favorite is Cosmos. She's just so cute with her eyeball thing going on there. Santa Claus is using their powers to just send out doll attacks, and it's all going to shit. But the Russian woman is like, I'm the real Santa Claus. Which, by the way, now they're all in hell. This is most definitely the scariest fucking part in the manga. Hands down, has to be one of the scariest parts in the manga. This is where Division 4 meets the Darkness Devil. And after this shit, pretty much everyone resigns. Santa Claus makes a contract with the Darkness Devil in order to kill Makima, and everyone's like, why Makima? What's all this business with Makima and all this? What about Denji? Oh, we're gonna find out. But Makima's like, I'm picking you all back from hell, because something ain't right with the bitch. Quan Chi is revealed to be a hybrid and helps Denji fight Santa Claus. Such interesting sentences being formed out of my mouth right now. And then Makima's also like, yeah, by the way, decapitates Quan Chi and her harem, which is unfortunate. And yeah, people resign because the Hell arc is just extremely, extremely rough on everybody. But hey, we're out of Hell, so I just noticed that my phone's also on like 2%, and it's my microphone, so this is going to be so fun. Now, this is what I like to call the Control Devil climax part, because it is revealed that, Makima's the Control Devil. But this isn't 100% known to Denji or anything just yet, but she will fuck some stuff up. Starting with the fact that she's like, Denji, everything's okay, the Gun Devil's been neutralized, yay! And then the United States president orders a contract with the Gun Devil. Yeah, and this contract basically reduces all of the American people's lives just to kill Makima, and it fails horribly, and she's controlling pretty much everybody, Angel, Aki, etc. and she captures the Gun Devil like it's nothing. And then eventually turns Aki into the Gun Devil, the thing that he hated the most. And all the boy wanted was for Denji and Power to be safe, and he ended up dying and becoming a victim, and the Gun Devil Fiend. And he gets sent to the apartment to kill Denji and Power, and then Denji has to kill Aki, and it's extremely heartbreaking. Definitely one of the saddest moments, but while he's vulnerable, Makima also invites Denji over, and she's like, oh, you know, you'll be safe here, listen to me, do whatever. By the way, I invited Power over, I'm gonna kill her. And Denji's like, what? But, of course, the Control Devil is doing what the Control Devil does, and Denji's just like, oh, this is all a dream, it's all a joke. And, well, Power comes over with a cake to celebrate Denji's 17th birthday, and Makima kills her. And Denji is like, huh! And this is where all the puzzle pieces start coming together, because Makima, that bitch, is basically like, Denji, I never cared about you. I cared about your heart, which is Pochita, the Chainsaw Devil. Because at the end of the day, what I really wanted was Pochita. She basically says that she constructed his entire existence when he started public safety because it was hard to break the contract between Denji and Pochita, but she got to thinking, and if she made his terrible life better and then destroyed it, then there would be no new normal. Every normal that she made, and there would never be safety because he would know that she constructed his happiness and any form of happiness and could also take it away. And that is one of the most fucked up manipulative things you could ever do. Ever. And she did it. Did I mention that she essentially wants to take over the world and turn it into a better place by eliminating all the bad things? Because anytime that the Chainsaw Devil consumes a devil, it is erased from existence. Nazis don't exist in this world because the Nazi devil was eaten by Chainsaw Man. Same thing with the AIDS and a bunch of fake bad things that, when you really think about it, the author wrote in to make us believe that they existed, but they didn't, so that when you look it up, it doesn't show up, and it's just, oh wow, it's really good writing. But yes, she wants to make the world a better place by eliminating pretty much everything bad in the world and pretending like it never ever happened. Which in terms is fucked up in a lot of ways, because it's a manufactured heroic act. It's not good, and it puts a lot of people at risk, and would essentially mean just erasing everything. Practically everything. That could also involve people. But she also brings up the fact that Denji actually killed his dad. He did not commit suicide, and it was repressed behind his memories, because the memories of a child are very easy to just kind of tuck away. But she brought that up, and Denji's fucked over it. Anyways, Kishibe orders an attack which saves Denji and brings him over. And then things get a little weirder, because the Chainsaw Devil Pochita itself comes out, and it's the hero of hell, technically, and fights a lot of devils, and how do I really explain this part? All of the brainwashed hybrids that Makima took in fight Pochita, but fail drastically, and Makima's loving it. She's loving it. And the heroic status of Chainsaw Man also weakens the Chainsaw Devil, but Power gets revived. She's revived as the Blood Devil from remnants of the blood that she and Denji kind of shared for a little bit. Her blood's within Denji. And then we have yet another sad scene where Power is essentially like, well, I'm going to resurrect Denji, the Chainsaw Man, under one condition: you must promise to find me in hell. And this is a very heartbreaking conversation, and a very hard task to do as well, because there's a good chance the Blood Devil will not remember Denji or Chainsaw Man, because the Blood Devil's the Blood Devil, but we don't know. We won't know. It's just one of those things that's still being written. It is. Well, and then there is a climactic battle that I don't really want to spoil in how it happens, but I do want to say that Denji does win, and Makima does die, and Denji does eat Makima. Yeah, cuts her up and cooks her and eats her, because parallels to the Chainsaw Devil eating other devils to kind of do its thing. And it made sense. But here's the thing, the Control Devil was never really a bad devil, per se, and it was mostly Makima's plans, so the Control Devil was reborn as a little girl named Nayuta. Kishibe entrusts Nayuta and Denji. Denji's like, what the fuck? But he takes on the task, and the thing is that Pochita does tell Denji that the Control Devil only ever really wanted a hug. Denji should try to support her dreams and help her dreams out and help the Control Devil grow and learn. And Denji's gonna go to school. And frankly, it is a really good ending to part 1, because this is the end of the public safety arc. And now we go into what we have in Japan right now, which is part 2, the school arc, which is still ongoing. Whoa, school uniform, Denji? That's crazy. I don't even know if my mic caught me when I said that, but whatever. Now in America, all we really have is book 1 to 11. But in Japan, the 12th volume is a thing. And not only that, it fucking rules so far. It's really not much, but from what we do have, we see the setup of quite a bit. And we follow a new main character. Her name is Asa, and she's pretty much a femcel, a little loner, and she attends 4th East High School, which Denji also does. And our man Yoshida is also there too. But see, Asa's mother died to the Typhoon Devil, and so she's been having a hard time adjusting. She accidentally kills the class pet Chicken Devil Bucky, and is confronted by the class president who made a contract with the Justice Devil and fucks her up, unfortunately. This poor girl. But Yoru, the War Devil, which is one of the horsemen too, makes a contract with Asa and is like, I'm gonna make you a living fiend host. Only under the condition that she kills Chainsaw Man. Here we go, everybody trying to fucking kill Denji again. And there's conflict. Asa wants Yoru out. Yoru wants the nuclear weapons devil out of Denji's mouth. Technically Chainsaw Man's mouth. Technically the Chainsaw Devil's mouth. Same person, different people inside the same body. Basically, the nuclear weapons devil was consumed by Pochita, and then Yoru's like, hey, I want him back. Because devils do have like friendships and relationships and stuff. It's kind of interesting. So they join the Devil Hunter Club. They're partnered with Yoshida and Yuko, and you do see Denji adapting to his new life and overcoming some of his trauma and standing up for himself in a lot of ways. But Yoshida's on a secret mission to kind of like keep tabs on Denji. And Denji's like, yeah, I'm Chainsaw Man, to Asa, and Asa's like, you're a fucking loser. Little do they know. And Yuko formed a contract with the Justice Devil as well, and Yuko essentially terrorizes the school for a little bit. Not to mention there's a fake Chainsaw Man now, and the real Chainsaw Man is like saving the day here and there. But as of right now, Asa's trying to go on a date with Denji to an aquarium, which the Famine Devil, also known as Fami, is like, yeah, this is all fine, because we can use this boy Denji, who's definitely not Chainsaw Man, in order to use him as a weapon to kill Chainsaw Man. Yoru is also on board with this. But the thing is that on their aquarium dates, the vibe is not only ruined by extremely long talks about anemone, the Eternity Devil is back. And as we know, the Eternity Devil was a fucking nightmare to fucking fight for a first-time devil hunter. Now it's resurrected, which means it's worse. Asa and Denji are going at it. For some reason, Yoshida's there. Who knows what's gonna go on? I don't know. I think the new chapter is about to be out or is out, and I'm kind of excited to see what happens. Jesus Christ. So I've been recording video and audio for about an hour, just summarizing Chainsaw Man. I'm also gonna talk a little bit about what's been left out of the anime so far. It's really just dialogue and a couple moments here and there that have been left out, but I want to point out one moment in particular. In the first volume, within the second chapter, there's actually a conversation between Makima and Denji where Makima is definitely being a bitch, and you get to see that. And Denji fights the Muscle Devil, but at first is like, oh, you should run away because I know good devils too. Spoiler alert, the Muscle Devil wasn't good, but, you know. It kind of shows Denji's selflessness and shows that Makima's definitely a little worse than people might assume, but I can see why they left it out of the anime, for the biggest reason being that they're definitely keeping Makima's hidden agenda even more hidden, because in the manga it's fairly clear that something's up, but in the anime, something's up, and they're slowly hinting at it a little bit more and more. It's not as outright, so audiences might actually be a little bit more surprised to find out that Makima's a bad person, even though she definitely has some sort of hidden agenda. This is just something I noticed that was left out from the manga, and it's not in the anime. I wonder what else will be left out in the future. But what are my thoughts on the anime? I fucking love it. It's so good. I mean, I know there's a petition to change it and all that jazz, but like, I think the direction, the art style, and everything works. It's all really good, and I just can't see it done any other way. I mean, the only other way would be a stylized manga animation version, but I don't know how well that would lend itself to Chainsaw Man to begin with, you know? It's not like the upcoming Uzumaki project where it's like almost exactly Junji Ito's black and white art style. It's just something that has to be done a little differently, and so the Chainsaw Man anime, I personally think, is really, really good so far, and I can't wait to see more.
Yes? What's up? Meow. Meow.
Who's that? Oh, is that Courtney? Courtney? It's a good thing you came in now. Just spoiled all of Chainsaw Man. Yeah, I'm making a video for it. Courtney's in the background of my video now, but I think that's I'm gonna wrap this up. Thanks.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ah! Thanks for watching my extremely long video. This is definitely the longest video I've made so far. Bye, guys. If you like this one, I will probably make more. Bye. And I don't have my ripcord, but let's just pretend. Zip, zip, zip.